Hey everybody, it's Allie and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to sit down with you guys and just pull this look together. I just felt like getting a little bit done up but without being too over the top. So a little bit more than like no makeup obviously, but not full on glam. So I just thought this was like a really simple, nice, neutral type of look. Also, I did use one of my favorite palettes, which is the So Jaded palette by Kathleen Lights and ColourPop. I really do love this palette so much. So I think I want to try a bunch of different looks for you guys and show you just how many types of looks you can get with this palette. So today, yeah, I kept it a little bit more on the soft and neutral side. I'm very happy with how this came out. If you guys want to see what I did to get this look, just keep watching. So I'm starting off by prepping my eyes with the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, and like I said, I'm using the So Jaded palette and I'm putting that all over my lids. I was going to do this as a talk through, but there was so much going on that here we are with the voiceover. So I'm taking the color Royal Jewels and the Luxie 205 tapered blending brush, and we're going back and forth in my crease. Next, I'm going to be going in with the Sigma E55 brush, and I'm going in with the color Moonstone and just taking that color, packing it onto the lid, all over the lid. Now for this color, I'm using the Luxie 131 with the color Geodude, and I'm applying that just really onto the outer V of my eye, into the crease, and on my lash line. So I did end up going a little bit further into the crease. I was going to keep it on the outside, but I actually liked how this looked together, so I just brought it in to the crease a little bit more towards like the center of the eye. Now I'm going in with the Luxie 250 brush with the color My Precious and just buffing that out on my brow bone. Next, I'm taking this Moda Pro brush with the color Jade and just buffing that on my lower lash line and my lash line. Then I wanted something a little bit more precise, so I'm using this by Crown Brushes and going over that again, the lower lash line and the lash line on top. So after applying that with this more precise brush, I wanted to go over and buff it out a little bit more. So I took that 131 Luxie brush that I used before just to blow it out a little bit and make it a little bit softer, a little bit more smoky, and not like a super precise line, but just to make it a little bit softer. Now I'm taking the color Pearl over here with the Luxie 141 brush, and I'm just applying that to the inner corner of my eyes just to brighten it up a little bit, add a little bit of lightness and brightness. Now I'm taking this gel liner Mr. Bing by ColourPop, and I'm just going to apply that onto my waterline. Now I'm taking the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof waterproof liquid eyeliner and just lining the top lid, and I was trying to keep it thin, but it got a little thicker, so I basically just ended up covering that jade color that I put on top. But I'm gonna go in and just line my eyes and do a little wing. And I also noticed in this video, when I'm looking down, my liner doesn't seem like it really fully, I guess, connects or continues, but when you look straight on, the wing, I think, looks fine. So that's a little trick too. When you're doing a winged liner, try to look like straight on instead of like tugging at your skin or fully doing the wing while your eye is closed, because you want it to look like a nice wing when your eye is open. So for brows, I'm using the Benefit Brow Gel, and I actually do like this a lot. This is a little sample size. I'll leave the shade down below because I don't remember it off the top of my head, but I like it. I feel like it's easy to define the brows and holds it in place. And this is where I got interrupted by a whole bunch of car horns because I guess it was somebody's birthday or something. I don't know. But yeah, I do like this brow gel a lot, and I do want to get the full-size version of this. So now I'm just taking the spoolie end of this brush by the Brow Gal just to brush out my brows. So to prep my face, I'm using the Tarte Clean Slate Primer just to smooth everything out. And for foundation, I'm using the Wet n Wild Dewy Foundation. Now I also was trying out these sponges. I will leave a video to that down below. These are by Hank and Henry. And I'll also leave any links to other videos down below as well. But just using the Wet n Wild Dewy Foundation for my foundation. So I'm just adding a second layer of this foundation over top. And just for reference, I do wear the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, both the regular and the dewy, in the shade Soft Beige. Now for concealer, I am going to be using the Jeffree Star Magistar Concealer. This is honestly probably my favorite full coverage concealer, and I have it in the shade C13. So I did end up adding a little bit more just because I wanted a little bit more brightness and coverage. Normally I just need one tiny little dab, but I guess with the sponges, some of it got absorbed. So I did add a little bit more. So now for contour, I'm taking the Shade and Light palette and I'm going to use my Luxie 209. I love this brush to contour out my nose, and I'm taking the lightest shade of the contouring and contouring my nose. I don't know if the Shade and Light palette is still there or relevant, but I had it and I used it, and that's that. I also forgot to put concealer down the center of my nose, so I just went back and did that after the contour. Normally I do it before, but I did it after this time. Now I'm taking the Luxie 512 small contouring brush, sticking with that light shade just to contour out my face. And then I realized that I completely forgot mascara, so I will be going back to doing that, but I'm gonna just finish off contouring my face first. Then for bronzer, I'm taking the Ofra Versatile Bronze, I believe, and this powder brush by Crown Brush, which is actually one of my favorite bronzer brushes, just to add a little bit of depth and warmth to my face. Now I'm taking the Luxie 504 and taking this blush by Dome Beauty in English Rose, and just applying that onto my cheeks. And I felt like it was actually a little bit pigmented, so I just went in with that damp sponge with no additional product and just lightened it up a little bit. Now I'm just gonna curl my lashes, give a little curl to them. And for mascara, I'm using one of my favorites. It's the Unlashed Curling Mascara by Wander Beauty. So I just added a couple of layers of that mascara, and you can see it gives a really nice curl, and honestly, mascara makes such a big difference. Now I'm going to be using the Artist Couture highlighter with my Sigma F35 and applying that onto my cheekbones. This has become probably my favorite highlighter, and this is in the shade Illuminati. I normally don't go for loose highlighters like this, but this formula is so good. It's not chunky or anything like that at all. So I'm just gonna go over my Cupid's bow and just the tip of my nose and go over my cheekbones again, but I'm trying not to go a little too crazy. It's just so good. So for lip liner, I'm going in with the Milani lip liner in 04 All Natural and just following the natural outline of my lips. I'm not overlining or anything like that today. For lipstick, I'm using the Baddest Beige by Maybelline. I really like the formula and I really like this nude lipstick for myself. And for lip gloss, I'm using the So Juicy gloss by ColourPop in the color Beechwood. I love the formula of this. It has that like tingling, plumping sensation and it leaves the lips so juicy. And to finish off, I am going in with the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. I really like the mist on this a lot, but I love how it leaves everything just nice and fresh and glowy, which I thought was perfect for this quick, casual, glowy glam, if you will. But that's it. So that does it. I hope you guys like this. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you recreate this look or if you have this palette. Let me know if you want to show me what types of looks that you've come up with this palette. Don't forget to subscribe if you aren't subscribed already. Be sure to stay happy. Ring the bell for notifications if you want. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.